mention the name of Louise Jameson or Sophie Aldred or and I'll just turn into a ghost teenager. But that's another story for another day. I've just found a piece I actually didn't know I'd written. And this is going to be my first reading, so bear with me. This is about as raw as it gets, but the memory's a good one. And I found that as soon as I found the first paragraph. So bear with me. We're going with an interview with Louise Jameson, and I was not the interviewer, I was in the audience. 'Twas sunny and a blue sky day. Instead of moving straight at the roundabout and the road to West Kirby seafront, we took the left and the road to Heswell, and a road with shops that seemed set in the Victorian age, with wrought iron and glass awnings, many of which sold antiques, knickknacks and fish and chip shops and a sewing shop and others of such ilk. At the end of the front row of shops, a series of dwellings follows. On the right, flats of a newness that does not belong, whilst those on the left are of the same age as the shops and of a different time, an earlier time. A road was crossed and I'd walked on the right side of the road and then found my destination, a one-storey pub, quite big yet not quite big enough for a Doctor Who convention at any time, any place, and took about 250 people who drank good beer as they listened to Louise Jameson speak, cross-legged and with a distinctive dimple that fanboys recalled from her days on 70s TV. Louise Jameson had played the part of Leela, a chamois, leather, bikini-clad warrior woman of the 70s, who had aided the Fourth Doctor in many of his adventures and been the wet dream of many a 14-year-old boy at the time. She had spoken with the interviewer a while, speaking of her time on the show, Doctor Who, and more recently the TV show EastEnders, as well as her love for her friend, the recently lost Mary Tam, another former companion of the Fourth Doctor. After the interview had ended, she had looked at her audience as the interviewer asked of us, "Do any of you have any questions?" No one had answered. So, I'd spoken with my question. What was it like to be a sex symbol in the 70s? Louise Jameson had looked at me, a child of the 70s, and responded, "I don't know." "Why don't you tell me?" Her question had left me floored and caused ribald laughter for a moment or so before other questions had begun to follow.